when we function through the heart chakra, people say you're an emotional fool, you're weak, you're not fit for living in the world. So, what do you have to say about it?
Who will say that? Who will say that?
Those who don't understand the importance, or those who are very calculative, they will say.
So should we give value? So should we give value to those opinions?
No need.
Let me continue by adding a few more points. See, there is something called heart-mind alignment. So which means you are using your heart space not from the weakness space, from the space of the strength. Your heart space is the space of your strength. That is the space you are getting strong guidance, intuition, inner voice. You feel you are doing right or wrong based on what you feel in your heart space. Your life is guided based on your feelings in the heart space. So that is the space of your strength. So being in the heart space doesn't mean you are an emotional person. Being in the heart space means you are a strong person. You are very strong and firm at your principles. Being in the heart space means you are like rock solid when it comes to the principles. But when it comes to opinions, you flow like a river. If somebody is from the heart space, they are in their strength. At the same time, they are sensitive. So sensitivity is a product of your strength. It is not the product of your weakness. Because you are so strong in your principles, that is your strength, and sensitivity arises out of your strength. Being in the heart space also means you take responsibility for your life. Being in the heart space also means you are a very practical person. Because the heart is the center. The lower are the physical, the higher are the spiritual. So this is the center. 3 chakras below and 3 chakras upper. So the more you are in the golden middle path, the more you are a practical person. You are in the heart space. When it comes to dealing with materialistic things, you have a lot of materialistic wisdom. When it comes to dealing with your spiritual things, you have a lot of spiritual wisdom. So being in the heart space means you have both materialistic wisdom and spiritual wisdom. So a person who has both materialistic wisdom and spiritual wisdom, only that person can be in the strength, right? So that is a perfect balanced heart chakra. You are dealing with a businessman. You are dealing about financial transactions and profits. Then you should use the materialistic wisdom. You should use the ethics of the business. You should have a strong ethics of business. You know how to deal with money. You don't reject money, because money is an important tool on the planet Earth. It is through the money you can create whatever you want. Your creativity is expressed when you have money. When you have money, you can use the money for beautiful creations. Like we built this ashram. Now I'm sitting in this Agathya pyramid. So you need money to build this pyramid. You need money to feed food for the people. So money is an important tool. And money becomes a beautiful energy in the hands of a person who is in the heart space, because he knows how to use the money. So being in the heart space means you have all the materialistic wisdom of how to deal with the people. Now just because you have the money doesn't mean you can build this ashram. You need to deal with so many people. You need to deal with local politicians. You need to deal with government officials. You need to deal with many departments. And also you need to deal with the workers. You need to deal with right from the construction workers, from the very layman to the technician to the accountant. You need to deal with many, many people. Of course, this is, dealing with materialistic world. So you need to have that capacity to use the materialistic wisdom, the common sense, and how to deal with it. At the same time, you have highest principles. You have the highest principles. You have the great spiritual understanding. That combination gives you a strength where you know when to raise your voice, you know when to speak humble, you know when to soften your voice, when to raise your voice. So the throat chakra is again expression. So you become a dynamic person. So that means you are in your heart space. You are in the balanced space. So unless a person comes into that balance, he is never a perfected man or a woman. So he is a practical spiritual person. Theoretical spiritual person just sits at home, hallucinates with the third eye visions. A practical spiritual person, he gets on the field and he becomes one among many, and he starts working, and he is not lazing around in the name of spirituality. He is on the field. He makes his hands mud. He is working with the mud, the stones. He knows how to work with the stones and mud and cement. At the same time, he knows how to hold crystals, how to hold delicate hearts. So he is the master of both the worlds. A person who is master of both the worlds is a person who is living in the heart space. So to be in the heart space is to be in the strength. Okay.